Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is why married men flirt. Why married men always flirting? Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, let's dive into this message. I did pull a video to get us started. Let's watch this short video, then we're going to really talk about this issue. Here we go.
Clear signs a married man is flirting with you. Here are 10 easy-to-spot signals that a married man may be crossing the line into flirtatious territory. 1. The prolonged stare. A married man flirting may lock eyes with you longer than usual, signaling a desire beyond regular conversation. 2. Not so innocent. Touches. Watch out for casual touches that go beyond friendly gestures, like a hand on your back or a lingering touch that hints at intimacy. 3. Compliments. Galore. Flattery takes center stage when a married man goes beyond the usual compliments, choosing words that aim for a deeper connection. 4. Sharing more than necessary. When personal secrets start slipping out, it's a sign that boundaries are being tested, creating a sense of exclusivity. 5. Always available. If a married man suddenly seems to be conveniently present wherever you are, it could be a subtle way of showing heightened interest. 7. Emotional revelations. Flirting often involves sharing emotional aspects of one's life, creating a connection that goes beyond the surface level. 8. Uvis spouse comparisons. When a married man starts drawing parallels between you and his spouse, it's a red flag that he's seeing you in a different light. An unsettling goodbye. If farewells leave you feeling a mix of familiarity and formality, it's a sign that the interaction has stepped into complicated territory.
All right, ladies, why are these married men out here flirting with you? Just like they talked about in the video. Many married men flirt because they want attention. It's not that they're not getting plenty of attention at home. It's just that they're bored. So they're looking for validation outside of the home. But see, this stems, everything that we do, remember, it comes from inside. Comes from inside. So these men are not faithful, number one. A lot of married men, because they flirt, they think they're still faithful because they haven't crossed the line with a person. No. If you have the intent, you are not faithful. You're not trustworthy. You are not keeping with your commitment. Now, ladies, why do these men flirt with you? Because they need validation that they still got it. That's why. That's why. That's why they're looking at you and smiling at you to see if you'll smile back and let them know that they're still desirable. This is something that, not only men feel like they need that, but women do too. There's a time in a woman's life when she's young, men are all over trying to get her attention. But as she gets older, not so many. Okay? And you can feel the effect. Same thing with men. Now, when they've made a commitment and they marry, if they are strong men, high value men, with integrity, they won't flirt or cheat or looking outside of themselves to validate who they are. They won't do it. They won't feel the need to do it. But weak men do it all the time. Weak men don't have that confidence, that high self-esteem, that value, that self-worth about themselves. So they're always outside looking for it. Now, there are married men who flirt that don't really intend to carry it past flirting. For instance, I knew a man that flirted with his neighbor for about 30 years. Every time he saw her, he was doing things like that. Of course, I think that's disrespectful. But that's what he did, and she never stopped him. But it never went past that. You see? But the mere fact that she didn't stop him, it made him feel some kind of way. Made him feel powerful. Made him feel big within himself. Which, when he went home, his wife probably put him in his place. These men are weak. Ladies, know a weak man when you see him. If a married man comes up to you and he announces that he's married, or you know that he's married, and he obviously is flirting with you, it's best to just walk away from that. Just tell him you're not interested or whatever. Walk away, because this is how you create karma in your life, when you comply to low vibrational activity. And this all falls into the realm of lust. You see? And that's in a low vibration. You don't want to be involved with that. But these married men, another reason that they will flirt is maybe past rejection. Past rejection. You know, maybe they don't feel like they're handsome anymore. So again, they want validation. So they go out and just flirt with women to see if anybody responds and makes them feel good about themselves. Some married men who flirt are looking for a girlfriend. Some married men are looking for a mistress. Okay, and the girlfriend goes with the friends with benefits and the mistress. All right, let me explain the difference between the two of them. When a married man has a girlfriend, you know, he'll come and see her on occasion or whatever, you know, give her a little whatever just to keep her, you know, sitting right there waiting for whenever he comes back. That's the married man and the girlfriend. The married man and the mistress is different. The married man provides for the mistress as like a second wife. Okay? I've been both, so this is how I'm trying to tell you the difference. The mistress gets a weekly allowance for her living expenses, for whatever she needs. She just like the wife. You know, she doesn't have access directly to the bank accounts, to his bank accounts, but, you know, whatever she has money, whatever she needs in her living is what she has. So he has access to the mistress just like another wife. Okay? Now this is the thing. Some men flirt because they're looking for that. Looking for the mistress or girlfriend. Some men flirt because they're just looking for sex. Just looking for sex. They're cheaters. They're weak. All of these men in this category are weak men. They do not have high integrity. They do not have high self-esteem, or they would not be doing this. This is to help them feel better about themselves. That's what it is. That's all it is. Now, some men will flirt with women just to see how far they can go. And some of them don't plan for it to go anywhere, but they just want to see you go through your changes. You see? I remember I got a letter from a lady who talked about, she worked in an office, and I guess the UPS man or the postman or somebody who came to the office every day to deliver packages would flirt with her. Okay? Now, I believe that she either knew he was married or he had said he was married before or whatever. But he's flirting with her every day he comes in the office. Why is he doing this? He never asked her out or anything. And she should never ask him out or anything. But what I'm saying is, The reason a lot of men flirt is just for the fun of it. Just to see you going through some changes every time they come in your area, and then you smiling and grinning and going through all these changes and looking for him to ask you for your number. Then some men like to see you going through those changes for them. It makes them feel validated inside that they still got a hold on women. They can still do it. You understand? Ladies, don't fall into that. Don't fall into that. Now, some men who flirt, who are looking for just sex, many of them won't even tell you they're married. They'll pretend that they're single. So they're flirting just to get to the sex part. Once they get sex from you, they don't care what you think then. Some of them will tell you that they're married if they plan to keep coming for sex, or some of them, it ends up like a one-night stand. All right, you have to be careful. A lot of these men will not tell you that they're married. Now, if you run across a narcissist is going to flirt with everybody because he needs supply. He doesn't care whether marriage doesn't stop the narcissist at all. He flirts to go all the way with a person. And he flirts under the disguise that he's single, even if he is married. Because he needs supply. He needs for you to give your all to him. That's supply. That means your resources and all of your emotions and feelings and whatever else you have inside. Because the narcissist is there to take from you. You be careful of these people. So, ladies, to weave through these married men flirting, these married men who even pretending to be single, don't give up the sex. And the story will come to light. What's going on here? Now, there are men who will flirt with women forever, and it doesn't mean anything. To them, to the woman, it means something because you're dangling on a string, waiting for this man to make a move. And some of you get so desperate for him to make a move that you make a move and embarrass yourself. Don't do that. Men playing all kind of games. And a lot of these married men who flirt, they have no intention on leaving their homes at all. At all. But they will flirt with you because you make them feel like they're desirable when you flirt back. You understand? You're just feeding their ego. That's all it is. It doesn't mean anything. But see, you ladies get hurt in the process because you're taking it serious. And if a man is flirting and he ever touches you, he may touch your arm, he may touch your leg, he's laughing, and all of a sudden he got his hands, He's looking to get sex. If he goes so far as start touching you, he's looking to get intimate with you. Know this, ladies. If he's married, it's no good. It's no good. You can do it, but you're going to pay for it. When karma comes back around, you would definitely pay for it. I remember when I was a young girl, and I say a young girl, I was younger. I was living in the city, New York City, with 3 kids, and life was tough. I was divorced from my first husband, and life was not easy. I was out at a girlfriend's house once, and this fella came over, this older man, and he approached me, and actually he came right up to me and asked me, did I have a boyfriend? And I said no, and I'm looking at like, why? Who is this guy? So my friend's telling me, listen, he's married, but he'll take care of you. You see, so I'm thinking, well, life is hard. Life is hard. He ain't so bad. So I gave it a shot. And actually, I was with him for quite a number of years. And he was very nice to me. I didn't care if he was married. It did not affect me. I was not trying to marry him. I was not trying to get him to leave his home or anything like that. I'm thinking it's all innocent. It's all good. But as it turns out, when I got involved with somebody that I really cared for, that somebody ran to his wife and told his wife, and it all blew up in our faces. All right. So now his wife is hurt and upset about the whole thing. And I felt like all is fair in love and war. That was my opinion at the time. I wasn't spiritual, didn't know anything about spirituality, anything like that. I was just in survival mode. And I know a lot of women will find yourselves in this situation. You're out here kind of struggling, and a married man will come and offer to care for you. All right, I went with it, but actually it was not enabling because it didn't help me to love myself. It helped me to be a codependent. That's what it was. It just kept me in that codependency. And you don't want to be that. You want to be independent. All right, so when it all blew up and everything, okay, I went on my way and tried to make a life with the new guy. Of course, that didn't work out. It didn't work out. Number one, it was built on a very unhealthy foundation. I met him through cheating with a married man. You understand? It wasn't honest in the beginning, so how can you build anything from that? So the whole thing fell apart. But what I learned from that is that when the karma wheel came around, all the things that this man did for me and bought for me and whatever he did, all of it I lost. I lost by dealing with another man. You see, when you are on this karmic wheel, this toxic karmic wheel, whatever you get, you lose it. Whatever you get, you lose it. It's only when I got off that wheel and got into spirituality and learned to love myself and to be independent that I was able to steer my life in the right direction. Married men will flirt. A lot of them, unless they are what I would call a high value man. A man with high self-esteem, confidence, and integrity. A man who knows who he is. When a man is weak, he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't love himself. So he's always looking outside of himself for a validation. And that's what's happening with these married men who flirt. Some of them flirt just to flirt, just for the sake of flirting. Doesn't mean anything, ladies, so don't get caught up in that. Some married men flirt to have sex. You don't want to be in that either. Some married men flirt because they're looking for mistresses or girlfriends. You don't want to be in that either, because all of this is in the low vibration. It's not love, it's in lust. All in the low vibrations, which means that when the karmic wheel comes back around, you're going to get the dark end of karma. You're not going to get abundance and prosperity out of that. You're going to get the dark end. And whatever you gain on that toxic wheel, you will lose it when karma comes back around. So be aware of that. All right? And guard yourself from that. And just know, if he touches you, he's looking to get more intimate with you. That's a sign. So ladies, guard yourself. That's why married men do what they do. Now, let's read this letter and see what she says here. I don't think it's about married men, but it's about men. Okay? Okay, this letter, she's asking about the Jezebel spirit and how it has affected men. And she says something here about that she heard that the military does not have enough males enrolling because the younger men don't have that mentality these days. Couldn't they have become more aware and sensitive, but hold on to what makes them protectors? Okay, all right. You know what? I wanted to address this letter because you kind of hit on two different things here. Number one, the Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit is sweeping the nation, turning men more feminine. Okay, I'm just going to say that. The Jezebel spirit is influencing men to become more feminine. So that's what's going around now. Now, the other thing that you mentioned about the military, you know, I don't know if that has that much to do with that. Because for years, it's been gay men in the military. You just didn't know it because they stayed in their own little groups. But now they're just flamboyant and not want to be out with it. But before, gay men have been in the military forever. As long as the military has been the military. Men are getting away from the military because, think about it, people. Think about the military. Those of you who feel like the military is out there to protect you. Those of you who believe in that propaganda. A lot of young men are realizing that the military is only bullies of the world going around stealing resources from other countries. That's what the military is doing. Military is protecting you from anything. They are the ones who are bullying other nations. You see, they are the ones that need protection against. So I think you got that all wrong about, young men not going into the military because they becoming too feminine. No, I don't think that's it. I think young men are looking at the military for what it really is. Why should these young men go over and get themselves killed and disabled and their whole lives ruined fighting for something that they don't even know what it is? They don't even understand it. You see, it doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of young men are coming to that conclusion. It has nothing to do with them being more feminine. No. That's never stopped them from joining the military before. I think people's eyes are opening about what the military really is about. It's not about protecting you. And you believe that, then you are being fooled. I hope you understand that message. And I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, my email is in the description. Also, those of you who are looking for your today's affirmation and your exercise, also the link is in the description. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for your comments and your letters. A very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.